Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. Website, you would type howdy doody and you'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet and then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Share my screen and one delivery today on Uber. Delivery sounds like limited significance, however, a tech problem. Again, perhaps the most significant one I've done to date. So here's where this capture. I was just lunchtime. So lunchtime is, oh, it's $25 an hour. I thought it was 20. And this is a change. This is now showing consistently one trip minimum. They no longer show this, and you must accept 80%. So 5 hasn't changed. I think lunchtime was generally 20, but perhaps that's weekdays and during weekends, as it is today, a Saturday. Lunch is 25. So I go to get on my bike. I was ready to go. I'm at home when I went online. Waited better part of an hour. I go to Sabor Veracruz, a Mexican restaurant, 20 blocks from my home. And you can see I've got problems here. Trouble reaching Uber servers. That's what I eventually got paid, $265. Right here, unable to determine your location. Okay, so I didn't tweet these in the chronological order I wish I had, but unable to determine your location. Looks like we're having trouble reaching Uber servers. I successfully did troubleshooting, and cellular data was off. Now, if you're listening to this, you probably cellular data. So how could it possibly be off? And I've been doing Uber. So I've had text problems that are very much like this in the past. Was it because if my cellular data was off, there's no way I could have gotten it fixed and got past the tech problem without turning it on. And if I turned it on, then it would have continued to be on. Tonight, definitely having cellular data off was at a minimum contributing to this problem. But I feel I do have active Wi-Fi. It's possible that I can have cellular data off. Mask it. I can kind of hide it from myself. So that's one of the reasons I think I was kind of getting away with this. But it caught me today, and I got stuck with food, hot food, and didn't know where to take it, which is a problem I had before. This time the restaurant helped, and I got the address and delivered the food without delay. The food was still hot, and I don't have a problem with a low rating. So that's one of the errors, and then the other one, as I mentioned, is up here. Unable to determine your location. So I get past it. I get the address. It's on a slip of paper. I deliver the food. So now I gotta close this app. So I gotta call someone. Well, I still have the problem. That's what I eventually got paid. So this is crazy. So now I figure out how to get the. Now I got cellular data on, Wi-Fi off. So I try to, now the food's already delivered. The job, I haven't been able to tell the app that the job is done. So problem fixed. Now I'm online with Uber to be able to tell Uber that I'm delivered the delivery, I'm done. But it took my GPS and said, you can't possibly be picking up the food because you're too far away from the restaurant. So the Uber app thinks I haven't delivered the food yet, which is understandable, even though I have. There's no reason to believe I've even picked up the food yet. Job's done, the app doesn't know it. So it tells me you haven't reached a pickup location yet. And I also brought it to the customer. Looks like you haven't reached the pickup location yet. Please proceed to the pickup location before trip. So, okay, I'm at the customers. I go back to the restaurant or close. I didn't have to be that close, by the way. I was a couple of blocks away. It still convinced the app I was close enough to pick up the food. So then I told the app I was picking it up, and I immediately went on to say, okay, now I'm done, and I delivered it. And now the app comes back and says, no, trip is too short. You've got to choose a cancellation reason. If I'm trying to tell it that I'm done, it knows I'm not done because I'm still. So it says, no, the trip was too short. You can't complete the trip, even though it. Okay, fine. I can play this game. I tweeted that twice. That was unintentional. So I went back to the customers again a couple blocks. I actually went on the next block, so I was not even on their street. I was sort of on the next block over, sort of kind of lined up with their house, and then I was allowed to complete the trip food at that moment, even though I had delivered the food probably 30 minutes earlier. So job at my apartment. Problem. Great. I work out, the manager was cooperative. I get the paper, I deliver the food. Now I got to tell the app I'm done. So I got to say I picked up the food because I didn't do it before. This was after I fixed my cellular data. So now I go back to the restaurant so I would able to tell the app that I was picking up the food, even though it had already been picked up and delivered. So it gives me the approval to do that. Now I'm picked up the food. And then I went ahead and tried to tell it I had delivered the food, and it said, no, you're too close. I'm too far from the restaurant to pick up the food, then I'm too close to the restaurant to have delivered the food. So I had to. Fortunately, it was a short trip. That's what Uber pays me, and then I did this. I did this blog post, which I now know is wrong. That number there, 20. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and fix that now. I'm going to regret this. I shouldn't have clicked that. I shouldn't have done that. This is not going to work. Anyways, that I do have a blog post that explains what happened today, and it says 20 instead of 25. The promotion was 25, even though it was lunchtime. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty and a nice site. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening or restful night sleep. Ciao.